Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Friday, May 5th, 2023. I, of course, am so happy that you've joined me for this reading, but as always, keep in mind it is general. But I hope you're doing well, and let's see what the day has in store for us. We're going to begin. I felt guided to pull from the Pure Magic Oracle deck, and then I have not decided on which tarot deck yet for Friday. What do we have for Friday? Okay. 3 coming out. Mirror Magic, talking about lunar light, past lives, spectrum, and self-care. You might find that a past life or past experiences are taking a highlight, a bit of reflecting taking place throughout this day. Your individual physical reflection is taking a highlight as well. Wow, I feel like something just blinked on the camera. But I do feel like there's a glow about you. Certain levels of self-care, if not one strategy implemented or continued recently, is leaving you with more of a glow. All right, your vibration taking a highlight as well. I do feel like naturally self-care is just taking a huge highlight. Spirit saying, especially with the eclipse and Mercury retrograde, and potentially a lot of which, like myself, feeling certain emotions floating to the surface. There's a need to pamper yourself a little bit. Make sure you're feeling high vibe, okay, high vibration taking place. And if that's not the case, you know yourself best, right? I like to utilize music and taking care of my skin complexion and working out, even though I haven't been doing amazing at all of which recently. It's up to you to do what you know best, what you've learned at this point, to make sure you're feeling your best. Perfect. Yeah, look at this, the levitation card. I feel like some of which might be thinking about legit levitation, stuff like, what is it, astro traveling and stuff of that nature. But you're needing to feel grounded throughout this day, all right? As we look at this very peaceful meditation imagery, I need to feel grounded, balanced, and in touch with your emotions. I mean, maybe you already kind of got that out of the way recently, or at a certain point, but I do feel like there's a need to be in touch with your intuition, your higher self throughout this day. There's a focus on one, if not multiple levels of mastery. Mastering, understanding yourself is taking a highlight, even though that's a continuing process, right? It could be a skill set, a talent of yours, but you will absolutely benefit naturally from meditating throughout this day. There's also a focus on, I'm getting this mandala back here, looking like a flower. Something growing, something changing, things building up over time. And that might be why you kind of had an emotional, they're saying outburst or release recently. You may need to have that take place again moving forward. But I feel a lightness about this day that just feels refreshing. It's like after, after a specific release recently or a specific occurrence, if not multiple, it's like things are feeling a lot lighter. But it might feel like a transition where the heaviness at the beginning of the day starts to dissipate as the day trickles on. But we have the Bridget card, did I say that right? Psychic Flames 333, Sacred Milk, and Druid Magic. There's a focus on psychic abilities, predictive nature, whether it's yours and or someone else's, if not multiple other people. So I wouldn't be surprised if there are thoughts of or the viewing of one, if not multiple tarot readers. As I got cut off, I was adding on to that. You could be thinking about reviewing psychic mediumship in one of multiple ways. But we also have, okay, the number 3 coming into play as well as the number 7 spiritually. Look up those numbers. And the number 333, okay? Going back to the Bridget card. Belladonna, visions, caution, guidance, clarity, and stand firm. There's a feeling that you're firm in what you want at this point. If not, it could be multiple aspects of your life that you wish to improve, change, what you want to see succeed for you, but then some of which drawn to the reading, feeling like less of which need to gain some clarity and do some soul searching and look within to figure out the answers that you already have about what you should be reaching for moving forward, okay? And I'm also hearing the word continuation. Yeah, clarity on this card, but there's guidance from your intuition, from your third eye being open, okay? From your spiritual connection all the meanwhile. But I also feel like there's thoughts of tattoos, or one in particular, You weren't meant to get that tattoo then for some drawn to the reading, like myself, but it'll happen when it's meant to. There's a feeling of you thinking about growth, okay, nature, stuff like that. Let's move on to the Gilded Tarot. Wow, I just got a little bit twitchy. Let's do some shuffling. I'm hearing as well, let it rain, let it rain. However that looks for you. What else do we have? The Magician and the Empress. You're manifesting a new beginning, something you want to give birth to. This could be an expansion. It could be an investment. Okay, an invention is what I just heard. It could be a new career opportunity. I feel like your motherly or fatherly energy is taking a highlight. When you water something, when you look after something and or somebody, if not multiple people, that seems to work to your advantage and help other people all the meanwhile. So naturally a focus on your caring nature, but being hands-on in a very balanced, okay, organic, strategic manner, and while just flowing with the way things are meant to come to be, and even at times fall apart. It just feels like you're able to succeed however that looks for you. I feel like it was very wordy. I don't even know what I just said. But there's also a highlight on the fact that the possibilities are endless for you at this time. I'm not always feeling like that, right? But I really feel like it's another day where you can't help but think about what you had to leave behind to have what you have these days, right? What you're wrapped up with, whether that was a person, could have been an opportunity, it could have been an investment, but it also feels like this is preparation to let go of what isn't meant for you in the long run at a certain point moving forward. All right, I do sense that you're feeling overly serious throughout this day and very bold and being viewed as a strong individual by spirit, by certain people viewing your content online, seeing you out and about. There's a focus on your confidence and how naturally implementing self-care enhances that, which you deserve, right? And it helps what you wish to accomplish, acquire all the meanwhile. But look at this. There's a lack of clarity in one, if not multiple ways that's taking a highlight. How is this going to come to be? What does this new situation look like? Is this the right situation for me? Am I making the right choice? I would say yes, as long as you're trusting your intuition. I'm seeing a notification. It says don't miss this deal, but I was kind of getting the replacement of deal with opportunity. Don't miss out on this opportunity due to your stubborn nature, due to just not trusting your intuition or just not feeling 100% motivated. It's going to look differently for everybody. But you need to tread carefully when it comes to your mind, your intentions, okay, your awareness, what you focus on, what you water once again, because you are manifesting quite easily being drawn to this reading, and I totally get that, but it's not always evident that you are, but then at other points it is. When you see what you desire come to be moving forward in a very grand way, you better be so damn proud of yourself, because it feels like every movement, every holding back, levels of action and effort put forth towards getting to that point and seeing it come to fruition for you is going to feel purposeful, all right? The King of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Thoughts of lack, all right? Potentially thoughts of where you don't fit in, who you don't fit in with at this point along your path. I've changed, I'm different. I wanna meet new people and evolve with them, people who have commonalities with you, right? Like-minded people. But Spirit's saying some of which need to make a change in their life before this comes to be. Because it feels like, say you're going to move to a new place of residence, or you're going to shift to a new career situation. That's where you're meant to meet these new people. So for the time being, let's work on ourselves, okay? And water what we feel is necessary. There's a focus on past anger as well, whether it's more so yours and or somebody else's. But I feel like there's naturally going to be justice acquired due to the attention you're gaining throughout this day. If you choose to put yourself out there and help other people through it all, or at the very least put yourself out there, you will be rewarded, all right? And you know that you've seen evidence of this from the past, so just do what you want to do, or do what you got to do. But there's also a focus on your secretive nature, a thought of somebody who you wouldn't have or shouldn't have trusted that person will come to mind because I feel like you're being prepared for new connections moving forward, to be wise with your choices. I do feel like it is a passionate day, but it's meant to feel peaceful for the most part. But there's a focus on fulfillment, on emotions, again, on predictive nature as I'm drawn to these two seahorses. It's a day where your knowledge will come into play, excuse me. But I do feel like there's certain little slip ups, annoyances, right? Stuttering at times, not being able to come up with the right wording at this point, but coming up with the perfect wording at this point, okay? Or these points. I do feel like, again, this is a huge focus for you throughout the day on the fact that you're manifesting and you desire the birth of a new connection, situation, opportunity, however it looks for you. All right. So if this was truly helpful, I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Friday, and I'll see you next time.